Okay, Joe. This is gonna blow your mind, man. This is gonna
Find something out.
I found so well.
You're snooping around. Don't ruin this.
It is a possible theory. Well, on that note, if you don't want any possible spoilers, which it is just a fan theory, so it may or may not be true, but it is just too good and too interesting not to talk about, okay?
I'm intrigued.
You are intrigued?
Yes.
Okay, look at who we're looking at right now. Okay, you're looking at Joker, right?
Okay.
You see his face, and you're like, oh, I've seen that face a million times, whatever. You're going to look at this face completely differently after I tell you this, okay? I've already got you hooked, don't I? Okay, here we go. So I was linked this article by several of my followers on Twitter. It's called Dorkly. This fan theory about Jared Leto's Joker is kind of brilliant, okay? So there's a fan theory, Joe, that this is so good. Studios are not this smart. This is why I'm so worried. Okay, all right. Anyway, so according to Jason G169 over on Reddit, so this came from Reddit. Smartasses on Reddit.
I love Reddit.
Yeah. Our new Joker is none other than Jason Todd, the Robin that died. Okay, if you're not familiar, let's go through with this. Jason was Batman's rash, foolhardily sidekick that took over the mantle of Robin after Dick Grayson left, and famously didn't end well for him. Okay, so it's a death in the family, and now, so you've got this Joker gets a crowbar, flablab, 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 bab, 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 and it was one of the moments in the Batman comics that were fucking huge. All right, so now. Let's hear what he said. What he has to say here.
I'm just gonna hurt you, really, really bad.
I'm not gonna kill you. I'm just gonna hurt you really, really bad. We come back over here. What does Joker say? This is gonna hurt you a lot more than it does me. Very similar lines. Okay, so that's one thing, right? Okay. Well, let's examine some of these tattoos, right? Look, over here, the thought of Joker having these tattoos was always kind of bullshit to me. It looks like more like a rapper and like a crackhead kind of guy, more than actual Joker. But start to look at some of these tattoos. You got this J on his face, which could possibly be a T just drawn into a J. And you've got, what is this here, Joe? Does this look like a robin feather? What? Get the fuck out of here!
Pretty far-fetched,
right? Okay,
I'm
well,
still
hold
listening.
up.
I'm
Hold
still
up.
listening.
You got a J right here, right? Okay. Let's go over to Batman Arkham, the game that we just played. And what do you see right here on Jason Todd's face?
Interesting.
A fucking J, right? Oh, shit! Right? Okay. So, think about it. The real Joker would never tattoo this shit all over him, but what if we can examine his tattoos a little bit more? These tattoos here, to me, it looks like somebody drew these on him, right? And maybe he self-inflicted these. But if this is Jason Todd, who is tortured by the real Joker, and the Joker was tattooing ha 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 all over him as he's torturing him and doing all these crazy things to warp this kid's mind. Look at it. Does this not look like a kid to you who's had his mind warped? Yeah. So that would open up the possibility
he did write that on the suit too. Ha ha ha. Joke's on you, baby.
Yeah, exactly. And now look at him. Doesn't he look like he could potentially be a young Robin who has been fucked up in the head by
I didn't see that. I'll buy it.
It's so good. This theory is so goddamn good. And I want it to be true. And then, okay, so let's look at more evidence. Yeah. Haha, joke's on you, Batman, on the actual Robin costume. So potentially he's just mocking him in the fact that now he's Joker. And then you've got you let your family die. So there's another piece of evidence. Now, of course, this could be just simply referring to the Wayne Tower being destroyed in Metropolis, but all of this stuff really, really comes together in a very compelling way. Especially when I think it's one of the most interesting stories. Let's see, and so we've had Robins become Joker with Joker manipulating them. Here it's Tim, obviously, but instead of Jason. But the idea is really compelling, and so to me, I want that to be Jason Todd and not the real Joker. Because it would just add so much depth and dimension to the character. And I think about it. So let's think about it a little bit more. There's some more posts. So you got the Batman v Superman trailer over here. It says, "The joke's on you, Batman," on the costume, defacing the suit. Could it be Batman's sidekick and best friend has now become a mortal enemy? And if you remember, in the Batman vs. Superman trailer, Batman says, 20 years in Gotham. How many good guys are left? How many stayed that way? So Bruce is referring to how many good guys have stayed good guys. He could be referring to Jason Todd potentially going crazy and becoming Joker, the new Joker. And I always hated this idea that, like, wait a minute, why the fuck is Batman going off and dealing with Superman when he hasn't even finished dealing with Joker? So maybe in this universe he has dealt with Joker, or Joker has disappeared completely and Jason Todd has taken his presence, and that sort of explains why Batman's older and Joker's so damn young. Well, at least looking from here. A lot of people were saying, well, that can't, you've got Dick Grayson's grave here, but this is actually not Dick Grayson's grave. This is, I forget what the actual name on here, Richard Grayson. Richard John Grayson, which could be Dick Grayson's father or something like that. So it could be that Nightwing is still alive in this universe, because a lot of people were saying, well, his grave right there, this is Dick Grayson, and so he's not alive. But that's not true. This could be Dick Grayson's son. So Nightwing could still be in this universe. It doesn't have to be that Jason Todd was the first Robin and then turned evil. It could have been then, Nightwing went off. He took up Jason Todd. Jason Todd got, manipulated by Joker, and then Joker disappears, and this guy takes his place. So what do you think? By the way, this is one of the best Joker cosplayers ever. His face is so good for Joker. It's just ridiculous. Cool. So what do you think, Joe? Do you think it's possible?
I don't know. I'll buy it.
Does this not blow your mind?
The evidence is, it's a pretty good theory. The evidence is there, maybe. I'm kind of, close enough.
Close enough. Did the theory make you think?
Yes.
At least it made you think? Okay, well, that's all I wanted. And from this, I would say this then makes this Joker way more interesting. I'm way more excited about the universe. He truly is a psychopath because he's been manipulated. Yeah. And now you have this thing where it's like, Batman literally cannot kill him and cannot deal with him, and he could get to Batman on a level that no other Joker can.
He knows his weak points.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, Batman getting all these messages directly to Batman. How's he getting these messages? Because Jason knows where he's at. He knows how to get to Batman. This would be so cool. And I fully support this. And now all of a sudden, all of his stupid tattoos, all of his rapperness and grill, and his sort of character of Joker makes sense, because it literally is a caricature of Joker, and it's not the original Joker. Oh, that would be so good. But is Warner Brothers smart enough? Is DC smart enough? Is the director of Suicide Squad, or whoever was the person that came up with this new Joker character, smart enough to go that in depth into the Batman lore? And my thought is no. My thought that no.
Don't hype me up like this.
I have to take it away from you.
Yeah, how are you going to do this? It's like, oh, that sounds pretty amazing. And it's like, no, they're not going to do it.
Well, I just don't think Hollywood is that smart. Because you think about it, Joe. They're making this film to appeal to as many people as possible. And they're going to assume that the general audience has no fucking clue who Jason Todd is. The second Joker who died? Nobody's going to want to know. Everybody knows who Robin is. And so they think Dick Grayson instead of Jason Todd. And, it could be... I was thinking, is this really a robin? Does that really look like a robin feather? I don't know. Robin feathers can look different, and that may be. But this little thing here, and then the whole damaged thing, it all makes sense if that's somebody, you know, doing all that shit to him after he's been fucked up in the head. It fits the persona way better than this is the original Joker, and the original Joker,
mind-blowing.
The original Joker would come like way late in Batman's career. I don't like that idea. I like, you know, them two being intertwined, and that opens up so much possibilities for the future that we'll see a real Joker, and the fans would go fucking crazy.
Yeah. You already got me hyped up. If this doesn't happen, I'm gonna get mad.
Now
You ruined it.
I ruined this.
Ruined it.
Okay.
God,
all right,
dude.
and we'll end on this. You know, and Harley can come in later, you know, in Batman's life. You know, people are going to say, well, this isn't Joker because, look, this is Joker and Harley dynamic. No, in this universe, there is no set lore. They can establish it where Jason Todd makes the connection with Harley instead of Joker making the... I never bought this old Joker crazy psychopath can manipulate this younger Harley chick into, you know, following him blindly. But maybe a younger, insane Joker can do the same types of stuff that was done to him, to Harley, to convert her and bring her over. So,
Man,
I'm just...
just blew my mind.
Oh, I'm not gonna kill you.
I was trying to look at his tattoo now.
I'm just gonna hurt you. Really, really bad.
please be Jason Todd. We'll see you guys on the next Angry Joe Show.
This is the end of the line.